Hey guys, what is up? Bisley here, and welcome back to a new Road to Insane Reaper episode. And we're on episode number 4, so yeah, 4 episodes deep so far, not doing too bad, and we are still killing a big spiritual cow that is not deciding to drop us the divine sigil. So in this clip you're seeing all the sigils that we have gotten so far during this episode, and I believe it's, I think 7 or 8 sigils. I think 3 spectrals, 2 arcanes and 3 Elysians, so we've rolled now on the divine drop table 11 times and we've still not received a divine, and we're well over 9k KC now. At the end of the video, obviously, when I go through all the boss KCs and stuff, you'll see where we're at. But yeah, stacking up a lot on elixirs, spirit shields and even region bracelets. I like picking them all up just to see how many I can accumulate in the loot tab. So yeah, the loot tab's looking quite nice. Just in corp loot, to be honest, I've made quite a lot here, and it's quite a passive boss that earns you some GP on the side as well when it's very AFK. I think it's about 5 mil an hour base loot, and if you get a sigil, obviously that boosts it up to about 10, 11 mil, maybe even more, and also depending on how often you get cannonballs and onyx bolts. But generally, this boss is, you know, not too bad loot for something which is so AFK. I mean, you only need to rotate 2 auras here, and that's Vampirism and Penance. You don't really need to use anything else. And what I've noticed as well, if you use a rune pouch with runes like Blood Barrage or something inside it, if you use an Oldat coil and have your spell set to auto cast, it does appear to be the Oldat coil cannonballs do actually heal you, as if it's using Blood Barrage. So yeah, that's a little tip if you do want to use it. I think it's been in the game for some time now, I don't know why it's a thing, but yeah, kind of weird. Then we moved on to doing rots, and I only needed the 3 shields, so theoretically it wasn't going to take me too long to complete this title. And yeah, cheers for the people that did take me to start with, because I was just so lost at this boss. Even though it's just super easy now, it's just learning that rotation to get it down. And in the end, when we did get it down, it was about 20 to 30 second kills, which, you know, compared to years ago when you had to use a yak here and just bank after every kill, you know, it's nutty money as well here. It's about 20 mil GP an hour if you don't get a shield. So yeah, stacked up on some energies there as well, which was quite nice. And then I was also doing solo Cowfight King on the side as well. I wanted to learn this, and it's quite a nice boss to learn when you get the rotations down and when to stun, like when to use certain abilities and when to skip the green. And we only needed the offhand longsword and main hand longsword for the title, and also with the Dragors being so much money at the moment, with people wanting flanking and just general gear being so pricey, I thought I may as well try and get this title done. And I probably made close to 600 mil in just Dragor drops alone, which is nutty to be honest. So yeah, I wasn't best pleased after losing that Dragor out due to that death, but this boss is very hit and miss. Like, you can get really nice kills just over sub 1 minute solos, and then you can just get like 230 proper shit kills. And I wasn't using a Slayer task at this boss because I don't have the Slayer points to constantly skip tasks, and also with me being 200 mil Slayer, yeah, it's nice for the accuracy and damage bonus, but I don't know, dude, I'm just too lazy. And then coming in with a sign there as well for the Dragor Longsword, I think it was, for the Cowfight King title, which if I'd have died for that one, the PC would have generally gone out the window, not gonna lie. And then after moving on with Cowfight King, we then started to do Elite Dungeons 2, this being the last Elite Dungeons I needed to complete for all of them to be done pretty much. So I started off doing a bunch of duos and also solos. I was doing full runs to start with, so I was completing the Blackstone Dragon boss just to get that little bit of extra GP, like, and the chance of getting a Barge Codex. So we got 3 Barge Codexes in total. I gave one away to Kara though because it was in a duo drop and it doubled. So I got 2 personal in a sense. I've got 2 in the loot tab. And then I started to just do the first 2 bosses. So the Alestium boss and also the Verak Lith one that I needed the Fury Codex drops from. And yeah, we got ourselves a double Fury, which was pretty nice, especially since I'd been here for so long. This is kind of why the video has taken quite a while to come out. I was at Elite Dungeons 2 for about 2.5 weeks, constantly grinding it, trying to get this title done. And as you can see by the chest right here, you know, 1.9 billion loot. That just goes to show how long I've actually spent at this boss. And we've got over, you know, almost 11k onyx dust, for God's sake. So yeah, it's been nice GP, but you know, I could have made a lot more, especially in that 2.5 week time period at other bosses. But I needed to do it in the end, and also doing range here was quite fun. You know, trying to get somewhat quick times without Slayer tasks as well, which you know isn't too bad. But yeah, I'm probably only going to go back here now for faster PRs in a group, to be honest, rather than doing any solos. But yeah, it's nice to have the Elite Dungeon trilogy, all them titles done and ticked off. So like in the previous episode, I've been doing a couple of hours of revs here and there, and I did do, I think, 3 hours worth of revs, maybe 4 in this episode. Not really too much, but I'm mainly leaving revs until I've finished Corp. And I think we got ourselves, I want to say, 4 or 5, maybe 6 new items for the log. So we're currently sat at 18 out of 30, I believe. Kind of hard to keep track of what I've actually got during this episode, but I did get 2 rev pets. I think I got a Vesta's body, Morrigan's javelins, and that completes the whole Morrigan set. So I've pretty much just got Vesta's Statius, Zuriel, and also I think all the Corrupt Dragon left pretty much. But we'll get there eventually, no doubt. Not really seen too many PKs here, to be fair, but I've mainly been doing it on Legacy Worlds. As you can see, the interface is just tragic right there. And also, I don't know about you guys, but I actually have to put a filter on here, otherwise I feel like I have to play with my sunglasses on, especially at the Rev Cave, because the lava is just too bright for my eyes. So yeah, I have the Nightstone filter on. I think it's pretty chill here, and it just takes the glare off the lava because it's just, I don't know, too intense, to be honest with you. But yeah, Revs is pretty much going to be one of them which I'm going to progressively grind out, a bit like Barrows, but mainly after Corp, like I said. We're around 3.8 to 4k KC right now, and I feel like we've been kind of lucky with having, I think, 4 rev pet drops already, and we're 18 out of 30, but I'm honestly not expecting to complete this title anytime soon, and I'm definitely waiting for my dry streak to set in. And also a quick tip for you guys, I don't really want to bash on PKs too much, but if you're going actively for the rev title, then I would advise you to take sort of like a cheap food like sharks or something, and also use 4-dose super restore vials rather than the flasks, because they're like 1/10 of the price. So the PKs aren't really gaining that much GP from you if they do end up killing you. So yeah, I don't know, that's what I've been doing, and I don't have any Ghost Hunter armor either, so I'm not really going to lose anything if I do decide to drop on my forehead, which I have done I think 2 times. But you know, when you're in legacy mode, there's nothing you can do with a PK that's in, you know, EOC combat mode. And also coming in with the last drop here, which was a crossbow limb from ED3 with a Death Touch dart. So I had like 10 in the bank from years ago, decided to use them, and we got like a free 900mm, which is absolutely nuts. Alright then, so it's that time of the video where we have a look at the boss KCs and what logs we've progressed and what progression we have done on the current logs. So we may as well start it off with Rots, which we finished during this episode, which is nice. Didn't get any dupes of shields, and we had all the pets and stuff unlocked prior to us going for this log, which is very nice. So yeah, that's all done and dusted. And then if we move on to Corp, so the collection log for Corp at the moment is kind of mad, to be fair. We're almost rounding off to 10k KC, won't be far off by the end of probably the next couple of days. And in this episode we managed to get ourselves, I think, 3 Spectrals, 2 Arcanes and 3 Elysians. So we've rolled the Divine drop table 11 times, and out of them 11 times we've had 6 Arcanes and 5 Elysians. So I'll eventually complete this log, and I'm not really too fussed anyway. It's quite good money, and also it's extremely AFK. So then if we have a look then down into the Dragon King Laboratory, so if we go to Verak Lith, because I did end up just perm camping this boss in the end, while the first and second bosses, but during this episode we've got ourselves a Flurry Codex in a duo with Cal, 2 Furies, which was the solo, and it doubled, which was nice, and then the 3 Barge ability codexes, which I got 1 solo, 2 doubled in a duo, which is insane. But yeah, I did end up just camping the first and second boss in the end, just to try and get that title done. And I was at Elite Dungeons 2 for about 2.5 weeks, hence why this episode has taken quite a while to get out. But nonetheless, it is pretty much done. I'm glad I'm done with all the Elite Dungeons now, so I can start focusing on other stuff, which is pretty nice. And then if we scroll back up and have a look at Calfight King, so this was also done most recently, and we needed both long swords for the title, so I started off soloing. We got ourselves 1 long, 1 offhand longsword in this episode, along with 2 maces, main hand maces, 2 rapiers I think. One might have been an offhand, I'm not really quite sure. Well, we died for one of them, so I didn't really pick one up. And I think I got... yeah, that's pretty much it actually. I don't think I got an offhand mace, but yeah, all the Drygors that we get during going for this title are still in the bank. I'm not selling them at all, to be honest, until I finish Insane Reaper, which hopefully will be nutty money when I come to sell the tab. But let me know if you guys do want to see the loot tab when I might do it next video actually, just have a loot tab update and see where we're at with it, give it a price check, and just have a general ganders in that. What else have we done? We've done Chaos Elemental, so we'll have a look at this log. If we go up to, well, there's nobody points showing the KC because the boss KC never changes because I've got the boss pet. But yeah, we got, I think, Morrigan's Javelins in this episode, so Morrigan's is all done. We got Vesta's Chain Volley, and maybe even got Statia's Plate Legs, I can't really remember. But we did get a Corrupt Dragon Mace, which is quite nice progress. So we're 18 out of 30 at around almost 4k KC, so I'm getting extremely lucky, but I'm definitely waiting for that dry spell and when I just get a bunch of dupes. So I'm not really banking on getting this title anytime soon, but the sooner I finish Corp, the sooner I get to start doing this title, because it's probably the last AFK-ish one that I've got left to do, which, you know, isn't too bad of a title to get, to be fair. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, I do believe. We did get ourselves an Eldritch piece in a Death Touch Dart solo, which is nutty. So yeah, I sold that for about 900 mil and then converted all the GP into shards. So if I do a loot tab video, then you'll see a bunch of shards there, which is all like big items that I've received and sold during previous episodes, like Ricochet Codex. I put all the GP of that into shards, and the same when I got myself the loot from 1000 Raksha video out, then all the main drops I put into shards. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it from me. Let me know if you do want a loot tab update video, and yeah, made some pretty nice progress during this episode, can't really complain too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you soon in the next one. So have fun, stay safe, and peace.